Prince Andrew, he was in the Navy. He was 250 days at sea. He never saw his family. I was really pissed because he lied to me. Epstein. And then I did a big thing in the Daily Mail saying that I believed Andrew. And then I found out he was lying. I was so pissed. No, that he was f***ing underage girls. That's not cool.
John Bryan has been a close confidant to the British royal family for a long time. He worked for Queen Elizabeth II, was, quote, best.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to James O'Keefe and OMG me. He's just awesome. Thank you so much for your job, James. You're one of the people that actually inspired me to do this. I'm not the best at it, but you guys inspire. Anyways, the Epstein files are touching so many nerves. They're making a mess worldwide. A lot of people is quitting. A lot of people is getting in trouble. A lot of people is being fired. A lot of people is hiding. And well, royalty is not the exception there. I'm pretty sure you already know about the Prince Andrew scandal, and of course we all knew. But still, it's important to note that the authorities are saying that they haven't named Epstein, per se, that they are arresting him because of Epstein files. They are arresting him supposedly, that's what I understand, because there is traces of, they've been following traces of money and who has been funding, who was funding Jeffrey Epstein. It turns out that probably he might be one of them. He might, it's, allegedly. It's not a fact, but allegedly. Anyways, he been very much known for being a bad boy amongst the royalty, just to say the least. And well, here we go. He's another one that got splashed with Epstein files. And I'm thinking, if they are if they are going after Prince Andrew, what are they going to go after now? Because there's going to be a lot of people. There's a lot of people in those lists. And it's very important also to note that you have to see the context how they are named in these files, because a lot of people is named like actually Trump. His name like, yeah, that day was spent with Donald Trump at, I don't know, Mar-a-Lago, or they spend the day somewhere else with, it's not that the name of the person, that if the name of the person shows up there, it doesn't mean that immediately it's a criminal. It doesn't mean that. It's you have to look for the context. So the context here with Prince Andrew, it doesn't look very good. It's not very good. Oh, there is so much videos. I want to show you this video later on, but there's pictures, there's so much stuff. This is the most popular that we have all seen. Come on, give me a break. This is a very young girl. The guy is... What are you going to say about that? What would you do? What would you think? What would you feel if the girl on the floor was your daughter? I want to touch that nerve. What would you feel and what would you do? I want to know, what would you do to him if the girl there on the floor was your daughter? Let me know in the comments. Unbelievable. This shit is unbelievable. We are ruled by monsters. Politicians, royalties, they are all monsters. And I'm not talking about the snake people and the lizard people and no. I'm talking about evil people. All right, if maybe those lizard people are true, but I'm talking about real evil people that they have as mission in life is to hurt other human beings. So look, this is, for example, some of the people that has been named on Epstein's files. You see all the people starting, of course, they put Trump, of course. And but take a look. Lot of politicians, lot of look at this guy. This is an Egyptian, probably. Oh well, this is rotting in prison now. I don't know. I don't remember his name now. But look, Auntie Hillary is there too. Leo, look at you. Michael, etc., etc. So there's so many people. But again, you got to see the context on how their name has been called in that situation. Now, look at this. Prince Andrew in torment as name set to appear in unsealed Jeffrey Epstein docs alongside Peter Rich and famous balls. Dude, well, let's be honest. We know that that is true. All right, we know that is true, but also that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's the worst part, the tip of the iceberg, because what they do to those children, not all of them make it out of it. You know what I mean? There is so many. Remember Hostel the movie? Something like that, I guess. I'm sure. Look at that. Pictures everywhere. Let's watch this video, please. This is actually funny the way he denies. I remember. Look at this stupid face.
There's a slight problem with the sweating because I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat, or I didn't sweat at the time. There's a slight problem with
Well, I don't know if
sweating.
the Sun is gonna copyright me this interview on YouTube. Probably they will, so I have to edit it. If I edit it, was from there. Okay, so I'm not gonna change. I'm just gonna cut that piece just for you to know. So if you see just this comment, you know where I'm coming from. Norfolk, the perfect place to banish Andrew. Too is brutal, unbelievable. Well, like I said, we are ruled by demons. We are ruled by demons. Those on top, look at this. Look at this too. What do you think these two spoke about? What do you think these two were like? Okay, this is you and I. There's no microphones. This is you and I. What are we going to talk about? Imagine these two monsters sharing their deepest and most dirty fetishes. Imagine that crap. If we are normal people and we are creepy, sometimes we are all creepy. Imagine them. Imagine them. Crazy people. Evil demons. But wait a minute. This is a very long interview. It's 8 minutes. So, and I don't really know if it's actually true. There's Joe Rogan, but there's also another interview. Let's take a look at this interview here. Let's see. My Illuminati bot, pedo Prince Andrew, is facing serious allegations of abusing 2 children at a club in Kiev. Oh, so he went all the way to... Well, okay. Well, it's easy. It's easy over there. It's easy because we already know how there's many weird places there in Europe. There's a lot of weird places in Europe that does that kind of stuff. Anyway, the allegations were made by James Obasi, who was tasked with hosting the British delegation at the Kiev club. Okay, well, now let's listen a little bit to this.
So one day evening, I was in the VIP lounge as usual, making sure everything was smooth. The club director came up and he warned me that a super VIP
Hey, dude, what happened? They don't let him talk.
guest was coming, so I should make sure everything was very, very accurate.
I don't like the way he
Because of
talks.
my English skills, I'm usually asked to serve special clients.
He's
and
reading.
VIP guests from Europe visit the club.
He's reading.
About an hour later, some armed men wearing camo came and faced me. And this is something that usually happens ever since the war started in Ukraine.
I don't know what you guys think, but I think this is a fake interview. I'm not sure. I don't think. I think he's reading and he's just, I don't know, just trying to make some money out of it. Like there's a lot of people. So look at this. Video removed from Google, Reddit, and social media in 2020. Prince Andrew was exposed alongside Epstein for having sex with children. Jesus. Protesters went to Buckingham Palace chanting pedophile, pedophile. The media and big tech silenced anyone who shared the videos. Of course, we know their priorities. They are all monsters. They all have to cover each other's butts. Well, I guess that's enough. More proof. It's all over the internet. It's all over the internet. Look at this mouse. What is this? No. I don't. It's unbelievable that, and they want to make it seem natural. Like, no, we just love the kids. We love the children. It's, I don't know. The people, they are all crazy there. So, well, the thing is that what I heard last, I was looking actually for what was the charge, what were the charges, etc., all the information, but there's not much information available out there. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. He's just, back then he was much younger in this picture. Why not? He can have fun if he is single and he want to be, Don Juan, whatever you want to call it, and you want to be around, sleeping around with different girls, and he can do it. Why not? You know what I mean? But not underage. Just saying. Not underage, Andrew. You've been a bad boy. Look at this picture. This is hilarious. That's the face of someone that is very scared and knows that he's gonna face hell. First royal to be held since Charles I, 1647. So it's been, wow, it's been almost 400 years since one of them was held accountable for. Imagine all the atrocities they did during 400 years. 400 years doing atrocities without being accounted. Sorry. And the worst part is that they put it there on the paper and everybody knows it. And they don't care. 11 hours in police custody on birthday. Well, King says the law must run its course. Okay. Now he's sweating. Ha, you think? Look at that face. Come on, man. That's hilarious. Look at that face. Imagine if they make a mask out of this face and sell it on Amazon, it would be great for Halloween. I'll buy it. Look, this is the girl that actually he's sweating bullets. Bill Clinton is sweating bullets. Look at this. This is the girl that was on live not long ago. I think it was in 2025. That was the one that actually was about to testify against Prince Andrew. Her name's not here. Okay, but it's Benny Johnson. Yeah, Andrew Windsor. Everybody's on this one now. It's viral. This is unbelievable. This is just unbelievable what they've done. I really hope this is like to open the Pandora's box and everyone falls. They all have to fall. They have to. There has to be justice. They have to be justice. 2021. Nah. Oh, this image. This is just hilarious. This picture. Okay, this one here. I wanted to see this one. This is former Prince Andrew arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office amid Epstein file scandal. So let's check this one out. This is from ABC, so all bullshit channel, all bullshit community. It's all bullshit. ABC is garbage, but let's see.
Some breaking news, some stunning news out of London. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the former Prince Andrew, has been arrested, presumably in connection with his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. I want to go straight to our foreign correspondent, James Longman.
Hi, George. Yes, extraordinary news out of the UK this morning. The former Prince Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, has this morning been arrested on the Sandringham estate where he was living after having been removed, of course, from the home he was living in Windsor. The Thames Valley Police, the police here in the UK, put out a statement. They haven't named him specifically, but they are saying a man in his 60s has been arrested. As part of the investigation, they say we have today arrested a man in his 60s from Norfolk on suspicion of misconduct in public office and are carrying out searches at addresses in Berkshire and Norfolk. They say the man remains in police custody at this time. They are not, like I say, naming Andrew, but we know that it is him.
Okay, so hold on a second. Misconduct in public office, that's the charge? Really?
This pertains
I guess that's just to, hook him up and like, we're watching you and we'll come and get you.
to emails, we believe, that were published recently in the most recent Epstein files published by the Department of Justice, which seem to suggest, they allege that Andrew was forwarding emails to Jeffrey Epstein whilst he was trade envoy here in the UK. Now, as a public official, that is misconduct.
So cute,
that
huh?
is what the
So
police are
cute.
alleging. That's the charges that they presumably are bringing to him if they do indeed charge him. He is under arrest and remains in custody for that. We will wait and see what further details they are yet to give us. But, as trade envoy, he spent more than 10 years traveling around the world on behalf of the British government to kind of foment relationships with other countries to better Britain's kind of economic outlook, if you like. That was seen as a member of the royal family could do this. His status would provide Britain with that kind of heft on the world stage. But the emails from the Department of Justice suggest that when he was in these conversations in places like Singapore, Hong Kong, I've got a list here in front of me, other countries that he went to, he would then have these kind of confidential documents in these emails, and then it looks like he was forwarding them on to Jeffrey Epstein, another one here from Vietnam, another from China. So if you look at the date on some of these emails as well, that is what is interesting. One of them here in front of me from 2010. Of course, that's well after Jeffrey Epstein had already faced charges for soliciting sex from a minor. So that goes to the heart of this entire issue around Andrew and Epstein. The relationship that he had with that convicted sex offender went far beyond the time which he said that he had broken all contact with him. People at home might remember the disastrous interview he gave in 2019 to the BBC, where he said that he had traveled to the United States, to New York, to sever his ties with Jeffrey Epstein, that he was there to basically explain to him that he no longer wanted to be in communication with him. These emails from the Department of Justice suggest that that was not true, that he basically lied about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein in that interview. He has always denied, we should say, any wrongdoing when it comes to the allegations about sex trafficking. Virginia Giuffre, of course, the individual who alleged that she was sex trafficked by Epstein for sex with Andrew, he has denied that strenuously. We haven't had comment from him or the palace on these latest allegations about emails to Jeffrey Epstein in his position as trade envoy. But one imagines that at some point today, Buckingham Palace will have to release some kind of statement. They are yet to comment. But we are in the extraordinary...
Have you people realized that Ghislaine Maxwell is like the shadow of death? She's everywhere. She's everywhere. In every picture, she's... She's always there. She's always there. It's like in the Hillary Clinton's, the Clinton's daughter wedding. The picture, the famous picture where she's walking to the altar. She's standing there and she's looking like that. She's everywhere. She's everywhere. Sorry for that. Sorry for my dad. Love him. So yeah, she's everywhere, and so she knows exactly where Epstein is. Epstein is not dead. He's alive. He's alive. He was too important for too many people. He had a lot of information also, but I'm sure that he has his own insurance. He's not stupid. He's alive. He's alive. He's alive. I'm saying he's alive.
situation where the brother of the king has been arrested. To my mind, that has never happened in the modern history of the royal family. Certainly, this has shaken this country. It's been a long time coming. I think many people would look at this and say, Andrew should have faced justice a long time ago. Many others will say, well, this is a shock today to find that he's been arrested in this way.
There you go. So, that was that. Sorry if it's too much noise in the microphone. Let's tobepatriot.com. Let's see what he's saying. I don't know. I haven't seen this video. Let's watch.
Seriously, suicide weekend now because of everybody that's gotten exposed. Are you Andrew? Talking about Prince Andrew here. Smuggled Epstein victims. Listen to this. Into Buckingham Palace using the code name Miss Windsor. Britain protected a pedophile's best friend for decades, and now the entire monarchy is collapsing. They're collapsing governments. Here's what's happened in 14 days, and the media is barely.
Wow. Well, so yeah, like I said before, it's splashing everybody, everywhere, everybody. Let's see what he says. Let's see what.
It's.
This is an old one. Okay, let's watch.
Oh, obvious. Yes, like known Epstein clients, who are obviously extremely powerful, powerful politically and very wealthy, are Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, and Reid Hoffman.
Guys, I want to remind you to subscribe, like, and share the video. That helps me a lot, and I deeply appreciate it. This video, I just wanted to know when was it posted. This was this year, but I just wanted to know because this video, remember, this interview is not new. So, okay, let's continue.
And some others too, but those three. So, why was Reid Hoffman so intent on destroying Trump?
Do you think it's because they're worried about the list coming out?
You think?
Yeah, one of the reasons. Yeah.
That Epstein client list is going to become public. Yes. And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Oof.
Yeah. Do you think Reid Hoffman's uncomfortable?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'd be honest.
And Gates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I only ask that because you just look at them and you're like, that's a nervous person right there. I don't know. I mean, I assume you know them.
Reid Hoffman was my vice president of business development at PayPal.
Yeah.
24 years ago.
Wow.
Does he seem nervous to you?
Yeah, I mean, he's terrified of a Trump victory.
Well, I guess that was clear. Everybody was afraid of. This is the one that is really scared. This picture is hilarious. This is just hilarious. There's so many people that is so scared that this comes out. They are so scared. And this is changing, like I was saying, this is changing governments. This is changing lives, families. This is changing the history of modern history as we know it. Because a lot of people is going to fall and all the stage is going to drop. So people is going to realize the truth. Who is ruling us? Because they are all in it. They are all in it. They are all pedophiles, heavy eaters, not just killers, eaters. That's why I said it at the beginning of the video. There's so many weird fetishes these people have, and just because they have money, they think they own the world. It's not gonna happen, dude. So yeah, Little Prince. Oh yeah, Virginia Giuffre, that's her name. Sorry, I forgot. My heart dropped a bit when I saw this. Prince Andrew seen hovering over a woman lying on the floor in a series of creepy photos over a woman whose face is redacted with someone's feet kicked up in the back. That's so weird. Anyway, oh Jesus. Okay. You know what, guys? I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna wrap it up here because there's not a lot of information. They don't have a lot of information about it. Of course, they want to cover everything. They don't want the royalty to be exposed for what they really are, for what they really have done. Because also, I'm sure it's not just him that was into weird stuff. Hollywood is full of monsters and demons and weirdos, freaks. The world is ruled by evil, and we have to fight back. We cannot allow them to win. We cannot just because people thinks that just because you say the truth, most of the people hates the truth. Okay, they feel uncomfortable with truth. They rather live a comfortable lie than an uncomfortable truth. So they're always going to fight it back. The problem with those of us who say the truth is that most of us, I don't include myself there, I wouldn't be doing this. So most of us are afraid to say the truth and that to be called names, racist, homophobe, transphobe, you know all that. On the other side, me, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to be called racist. Yeah, what can you tell them? I've never been called racist because I'm not. I just tell the truth straight up. And if you don't like it, well, okay, too bad. But I think that's how you have to be. And don't be afraid to tell the truth. As long as you're on the right side of the story, tell the truth and protect it and defend it and fight for it. And be just, be fair. But don't be afraid to be called names and to be rejected by some people, because that very same people that is rejecting you and calling you names is not convenient to you. You don't belong with those people. So look where you belong. And if you belong nowhere, to yourself, learn to live with yourself. That's the best experience you will ever have. Once you learn to live with yourself, you will learn that happiness is in the smallest details. You don't need to have the biggest house. You don't need to have the nicest car. You don't need to have any of that. Happiness is from a completely different, comes from a completely different place, not from outside, from inside. And well, I'm not gonna go philosophical because that's not what I used to do in this channel. The thing is that I just came back from work and I'm tired. I wake up at 5 in the morning, so I'm tired. And right now it's 6:40 and I'm here recording for you. I hope you appreciate it. Again, I'm gonna remind you to hit subscribe, like, and share. That's gonna help me a lot. Thank you very much. And don't be like Prince Andrew. Be careful because they're gonna get you. There's nothing in between earth and heaven. Everything is discovered. Have a good one. See you in the next video.